What is up, you guys? This is video number 2 of putting fuel injection on my truck, and Tyler got all of it done this time, and you guys will get to see a lot of content because he did a good job filming. And then we'll move on to the turbo in the next video, so hopefully you guys enjoy.
It's Saturday. We're back at it. Trying to get some important stuff done. Made decent progress this week, not near as much as I wanted. The weather kind of sucked. Everybody been sick. It had been a long week. We're going to try getting this thing fired up today. I got a couple little things left to do. We got to do the coil, tighten down the distributor, run a couple wires inside the truck. Got to hook up 12 volts to the ECU, hook up the battery cables, the battery wires, and then plug into this rig with my computer and see if we can get this thing to fire up. I don't think we have anything left to do other than that. Obviously, we got to check and make sure that the fuel pump and all that thing is everything.
Today, Junior?
Fuel pump and everything is working. And all of Sam's AN lines don't leak. That's probably pretty simple. Just a little bit of buttoning up stuff. We also need to put the throttle cable on. And I got it all ran and everything. I just need to run this through. I'm going to have to make another. Let me turn this camera around real quick. Or actually, I'll just do this. I gotta make this end work with her factory pedal, so that's going to be on one of the list of things to do. But yeah, let's get to it. All right, so we are going to be using a Blaster 2 coil. I have like 5 of these laying around, and I can only seem to find the one that has the giant dent in the side of it. Damn! So hopefully this one works. I also couldn't find any of the brackets. I know I have like 2 or 3 brackets, and I couldn't find those either. So hopefully this one works and doesn't cause me any issues. I don't really feel like testing it. It's probably okay, but the dent is from a clamp, so it had to have worked, right? So yeah, I'm gonna start by getting this somewhat mocked up in there because I don't have the mount, so I'm gonna mount it on the firewall here or something like that, and kind of make my wires to reference, in reference to where I'm planning on mounting this. So get that stuff made, and I'm just gonna set it down on the intake for now. So yeah, let's figure out where the heck this is gonna go. I'll put it somewhere that is not in the way of anything. Everything good. Oh, I hung the horn reaching in the truck on accident. It's the horn. Everything kind of got tight in here because we got snow. So I had to bring the old hogs inside. Get my handy dandy terminals back out real quick, and there's not spades in there, so I'm gonna have to go over to the wiring drawer, see if your boy has got any spades. He does in here, I believe. Yeah, buddy. All right, that's what I'm talking about.
On that one?
I don't necessarily like using these, but they already have the heat shrink built in. They do work fine. They're just kind of ugly. Okay. Nice warm plastic. Make it go psst. Not no more. It ain't burning no more. All right. Okay, plug that into there. My wire is actually good length, so I'm just going to take another terminal with my heat shrink, and I am just going to strip this in and put it on there because I think it's plenty long, and can always shorten it if I end up moving the coil. Wiring, some of the things that we're doing right now aren't completely like to a T finished yet. We're going to be turboing it and everything, and it's going to be changed. There's going to be lines ran. So if it looks like I'm half-assing some of this stuff, half-assing, I should say, no, half-assing any of this stuff, it's because, it's because some of this stuff's getting changed, and it's going to be moved, and I don't know where all it's going to be. So don't judge me. Okay, that's all hooked up. Now, go through and struggle tightening the damn distributor a little bit. Okay, she's starting to get a little snug. Distributor's snugger. She ain't good yet, though. Is it gonna work? Oh, I don't know. That should work good enough. I'm gonna try to get her a little more snug, but I think we're about there. Okay, that's gonna do. That'll do. All right, distributor's locked in enough. It couldn't move enough to mess it up, and I don't even know where the first. I don't even know where it needs to be to begin with, to be honest with you. So
Nice.
we're just out here winging it. Feels all that stuff. I know exactly what I need to do, but I haven't messed with the small block setup with the big stuff yet. So this is new for me. Got my janky plug or a coil wire somewhere around here. I was using it. Not ideal. This is one off of the Turbo Geo Metro. All right. Coil's hooked up temporarily. So now I think all I need to do is hook up the wires from the fuel pump. I need to put one of those to the ECU. One of them goes to the ground under the chassis. And then I got to run a 12 volt switched wire to the fuse box to trigger the ECU. And then I believe that is it. And I can plug into that thing with my computer and try cranking this hog over. So let's move into the truck. Okay, I lied. I'm not going into the truck yet. I am going to actually temporarily turn the fuel pump on with my power probe, so that way I can test for fuel leaks before, because they're only at prime time and I don't feel like setting it up and all that good stuff. So I am going to actually use the power probe and see how bad their leaks are, or which ones I forgot to tighten. So let's get this set up. Get out my trusty power probe off of the one and only Temu. Love this thing. Will you look at this gauge real quick? Where?
The top plate thing.
Really? Actually, I don't think I haven't tightened this.
Coming out right here.
Just coming from right here?
Yeah.
Really? All right.
How many times have you done that?
None. Only when you're here.
Not zero, but I don't see it leaking. There, working.
It's not moved at all? For real? Should be like 40 something. Okay. That's fine. I don't see any leaks either. That's just nice. Now I need to go inside the truck and yeah, I need to wire a couple things. Right now I am underneath the dash. I am turning on the Temu digital meter because I need to find a switched 12 volt power. See if there's an accessory on here that is not being used. All right, that's battery, so it should have 12 volts. We do. Okay, that's constant. We don't want that. What's this one? Okay, keys off, so that's good when there's nothing. Keys on now. Hopefully we got something. Right. That's good to know. That one lost no voltage on the key off. Still doesn't lose voltage on the key off. Bummer. Not that one. This one. Keys off. Key on. Still nothing. Bummer. Come back. This one. Okay, 12 volts. She got 12 volts. Oh. She loses voltage cranking. We don't want that. That is not what I'm looking for. I believe that one's lights. That is lights. Oh, ignition. Wow. I found one that says IGN. That's probably the one I need. If I was good at reading, that's probably the one I need. Okay, 12 volts. That should do it. She dropped a little bit. I think it's probably because it's the factory trigger wire on a carburetor when it has points, because they dropped the voltage down to like 9 volts or something like that, or 8 volts. It dropped to 9.5 on there, which not ideal. I might just make that work for now, and if it becomes a problem, I'll change it. But sometimes I've gotten away with it. This truck doesn't have any aftermarket stuff going on, so it might not have a ton of voltage drop. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. So I might just hook it up to that just to give her a shot. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so a little update. It does run. I don't know how. Some wiring wrong. So this gray wire, which I thought was the tack wire, actually goes to the negative, and obviously you can see I got some really sweet wiring, because that's the ground for the coil right now. I stopped videoing because I needed my phone to look up some info and stuff. If I write up, I didn't mess with the tune-up at all. I didn't mess with any of that. Like, I did not change anything in the tune, which that all needs set up, injector size, blah, blah, blah. It also doesn't have an O2 sensor in it right now. And I'm not gonna put one in there because I really don't feel like crawling underneath it and welding in a bung for the little amount of time that this thing is gonna be running in A. Maybe I'll get a wild hair, I don't know. But as of now, I'm just gonna leave it and kind of just tune it off ear and smell, basically. I need to finish up all the wiring again. I need to change that. And then I need to get the fuel pump wired in, because as of starting it, I was using my power probe. I was holding the power probe on the wire. I have my ground lead ran through there into there, and it's not done at all. I need to finish wire it all, but I was too curious and I wanted to hear this thing run fuel injected to see if I had some sort of clue on what I was doing, and I do, which is cool. Like, I was able to figure it out. So actually, I may be able to get this thing to start up again. It doesn't have coolant in it, or it has coolant, just not all of it. See if this thing will start again. My luck, it's not gonna. Look at that thing. Oh. I don't have a throttle pedal on it, so I can't do much. One thing I'm kind of confused on right now is I don't have I can start it with the fuel pump with that, let off of it, and it stays running. So I don't know if there's something weird going on with the regulator. No, that doesn't make sense. It's running without the fuel pump on, and I don't know how. I have nothing hooked up to the fuel pump, so maybe it makes enough vacuum that is sucking through the fuel rails. Just enough. I mean, it is NA, it's just a stock small block. Maybe it doesn't need a bunch of fuel pressure to run. It doesn't run good, obviously. I hit the throttle and it kind of is dead. But I don't know. So no, I don't want to burn those rigs. I need to get new ones anyways, but I don't want to mess up what I got. But yeah, Carl runs again. She just needs some buttoning up, or he just needs some buttoning up, and we'll be able to go try this thing around the neighborhood maybe. Seats out. Got the vacuum out. Got her all cleaned up. Look at the seat right there, just chilling. I'm gonna put these shoes somewhere right about here. Need to figure out how I'm gonna mount it. So I might build a little bracket that bolts to the truck, and then I can bolt that to there. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Don't need to be anything crazy. Just want to make sure I keep all this stuff accessible, because these are the fuses, relays for the ignition stuff. So make sure that's all easy to get to and plug in my data cord to. I'm gonna make a quick stop. Ratchet, so you gotta grab Ratchet.
He's having a good time.
All right. Got all the big stuff wiring done. The only thing I have to do now is clean up the coil, but fuel pump wires are ran. Underneath the truck, wires are ran, the grounds, everything hooks up, everything's hooked up. Got a fuel pump relay here, easy to reach through here, because the bench kind of goes up a little bit right here, so it's easy to access this stuff. You know, this is the data cable. All that stuff's nice and easy to get to. You just crawl down and look at it. Got the fuses for the injection and all that stuff. Those are all easy to get to in the injection relay. So everything works. Turn the key on and she primes like a normal car. Got the prime. She also fires right up too. Check that out. Close mounted to the firewall. Throttle pedal hooked up. Don't know what I dropped. My flashlight. That's on. Sick. Got throttle now. She works good from the inside. Got the coil mounted. Just need to hook up all the wires now. Get a little shortened. No. Who are you?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
We are here. That is okay. Good. I was like, that is very annoying. So we'll go to configuration, and this is where I'm going to be changing the timing. Well, I need to go out there with my timing light and verify what the timing is on it, and I need to figure out what CC injectors these are. We got 42-pound injectors in this rig. For some reason, I always have to look this up, and I have no idea why, but I'm just a big dummy sometimes, you know what I mean? So yeah, got that set. I'm going to go ahead and turn the key off and save it, just because. Alright, wait till everything goes to 0. Keys back on. Go over here to configuration. We'll go to hardware configuration. Convert this to PSI. I believe this is a 3-bar. I need to verify that. I can't remember. I have so many map sensors laying around here, and I don't remember which one came with this setup. So, I put that in there because I believe that's what it is. I'll try some.
I'd say we're good.
I want to see if I can make the rev limiter for like 2-step. If it works enough. So we got the IAC plug all wired in. I got a fancy one off Amazon. Got that wired in. I fired it already. Works way better. Also ordered a pack of the fuse holders from Amazon as well. 12 gauge and 9 fuse holders because I used all mine on the Fairmont. So I got one of those wired in. Let's go look at that. I haven't heat shrinked it yet. I was testing it to make sure it worked. Works fine. Hi.
Hi.
Also bought a Amazon lockout plate for the fuel pump. And this thing's dope. It was like 15 bucks. Look at this billet, CNC aluminum, badass bracket or cover plate. So let's get that slapped on. I just got the fuel pump pulled off already, so make this simple and easy. The plate, push rod, fuel pump down there. That's the bucket of carburetor parts that we ain't using no more. All right, so we're gonna get the light awesome on the subject. And we gotta get that covered up. And then this thing is ready to rock and roll. I just need to bolt the bed down. So that's the plan right now. And just like that, the seat is back in Carl. Look at that, can't even tell ECU stuff under there. Looks completely factory inside there. Bed is bolted back down. Fillers are back on and back together. I didn't film any of that because I am a one-man team right now. Sam's inside babysitting. Not babysitting, just being a mom. But she's inside taking care of Rad. So, and I didn't think you guys wanted to see me getting dirt in my eyeballs. This stuff. All that garbage. Well, cussing and trying to get the bed bolts in by myself. But we got them. So, need to get the bed all cleaned out. And we will go for a first test drive. We're on Carl's first test drive on my way to work. I didn't get a chance to drive it last night. It was most definitely almost out of gas or empty. That's like a 15-gallon tank. And that's how much it took. So, let's go back and we will head to work and do some tuning. This thing actually runs really good. The only thing I've found is I must have 2 wires backwards on the IAC. Because
Stop it. Get some help.
it wants to do the opposite of what it needs to be. So that's something I gotta change or fix. It still works, you just have to know everything is in reverse. So, but other than that, this thing drives freaking phenomenal. I haven't even touched the fuel table or anything yet. All the rev tuning in the driveway got it pretty dang close. We'll stop here and I'll... Little fat.
I still have to eat something.
No, eating the food that belongs to the next 4 years ahead of time. So if you don't eat, you're gonna be all right.
Not bad though. I could probably lean out a little bit. But what a machine. This thing drives really good. I'm excited for Sam to get in it and put some miles on it, especially with the turbo. She's gonna love this. Well, old Carl survived his first test drive. Super happy with how it runs. The C-notch, we didn't even video that, but the C-notch made a big difference on how it rides. I'm not even gonna try to go through the wheels. Put the C-notch done so we can get rid of the air shocks. Put regular shocks on it. And yeah, Carl's the best it's ever been. So can't wait till we get started on the turbo stuff.
Alright guys, thanks for watching our second video of us putting fuel injection on my truck. Hopefully the next video you see is us turboing it, but I can't promise the next video will be with my truck. But the next video you see of my truck will be putting a turbo on it. So I'm excited and we'll see you guys there.